Actually,
Yeah.
that should be Dante's.
Yeah. With Sam and we're just trying to...
Yeah, we're getting through Dante's layer of hell we're on yet. But we're still in, so let's get out of here. Let's get this done and get out of here before Donald Trump blows it up, even if it is in our imagination.
Yeah. It is funny because Trump supporters wanted to bomb.
Yes, Ollie, that was the joke.
Oh, I've almost leveled up again.
Look, if we get overpowered, we get through this faster.
Yep.
At least that's the understanding I'm getting from it.
This is it. Yeah. Yeah. Courage. Donald.
Use the force, Ollie.
And level up. I'm gonna boost this CP.
Another line that would have ended Star Wars very quickly. Quickly,
Yeah.
Luke, you can take him. Avenge me.
Ha! Avenge me!
Avenge me, Luke. I wonder if he means old Ben Kenobi. Right after Obi-Wan's killed. Luke, quick, avenge me. You can take him.
Back off. Yeah. Donald.
Oh.
What's the problem, Ollie?
Wild card.
Huh. A wild card, you say? This is indeed an interesting development. You're being chased by a fat man without a trombone.
Yeah. Yeah. Donald. Courage. Yeah. Yeah. Freeze. Fire.
You've got to learn to forgive Anakin. Luke, just like I forgave Anakin for that whole thing with the kids.
Huh.
The what? Oh yeah, the Padawans from the Republic days. They had these cute, tiny little lightsabers and I slaughtered them all without remorse. But I've changed.
Well, oh, Jack's here. Hello. Well, if it isn't, what were your names again?
Yeah. This is it. Yeah. Yeah. in. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, at least Cloud killed something.
Yep. Oh, bloody hell. Please. Damn it. All I want is to get through this damn game.
You're getting... Ollie, don't get angry.
I'm not getting angry.
Back off.
I don't believe you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get the feeling that you're getting angry.
I'm not getting angry, Sam.
Ollie, calm down.
This could survive that. I am calm, I'm not getting angry.
Ollie, stop yelling.
Fire.
I'm not getting angry!
Yeah.
So I just remember it from this movie. I only saw it in a trailer years ago, but I'm not sure it is. It's just, I think it was that movie Anger Management. There's just this one scene where this guy's talking calmly, and then everyone's reacting like he's shouting. He's like, "No, I'm just asking where my pillow is." I'm like, "Sir, please calm down. I'll get you in." They call security.
Stop yelling at us!
He's like, "Look, I'm just asking where my pillow is." "Sir, you no need to get hostile." "I'm not getting hostile, okay? Look, could you people... What do you mean, you people?" And then he's like, "Look, I'm not trying to be mean or anything. I just want my pillow." And then they tase him, and then have him arrested, and he has to like go to court or order the anger management.
Yeah. Revenge rampage!
Aladdin.
Ah, statement is or its payments or revenge.
Yeah.
The Black Monks.
Ah, Cloud finished it off. How about that?
Yeah.
Did you tell them? Yes, and what did they say? He said, "I am the baby-eating bishop of Bath and Wells."
What name did we have for Aladdin? I can't remember.
I don't know, Arabian swordsman, I don't know.
Let's look for treasure.
Yes, let's look for treasure.
Yeah.
Ah, gravity card.
Rabbit hair.
Mighty Cobra. Let's look for treasure.
But Ollie, we're already looking for treasure.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Take some sort of...
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop yelling at us.
Yes, I know. The joke was from Team 4 Star when they added something from GT and they kept thinking Kaiser was screaming at them.
Yeah. No, Kaiser, calm down. No, you know, I get it. GT happened. Cool it, Kaiser. What? Stop yelling at us! Ah. Fuck's sake. Nope.
quit yelling at us.
Huh. Moogle
GT happens, we just have to just live with it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Count your blessings and move on. Moogles, do they deserve equal rights?
There we go.
No, it's out there now. Now we have to live with it. Aladdin. Currently, you are HIV Aladdin.
Oh. Are we still streaming Marvel Ultimate Alliance later? Depends on whether we can get everyone together, I assume.
Well, we agreed that we all agreed we would, so I'm expecting Ian will probably this evening sometime. You know, when we're all available. So I'm still able to do it. God, he looks so dead. Genie just looks so dead-faced. He's in the uncanny valley. It's like he's devouring a soul, purely because he doesn't understand what it is to be alive.
Yeah.
Prince Ali.
Huh. Would you like the
What is he the
Aladdin
prince of?
or the
What is he the
Aladdin
prince of?
I don't know.
I can show you the beef.
Prince of Latveria?
Oh, now come on. Aladdin may be a lot of things, but he's not Doctor Doom.
Huh.
Hey Ollie, remember Doctor Girlfriend?
I do, yes.
Yeah.
The masculine voice.
I'm leaving. If you can't calm down, I am leaving. You can't leave. I'm throwing you out.
I'm leaving. Can somebody help me get these cuffs off?
Huh.
I'm starting to dislike you, strangers.
Huh. Doctor Girlfriend.
I think she got promoted after David Bowie died.
Huh.
Yeah, they made it a point where they kept having to explain to the Guild of Calamitous Intent that David Bowie is actually dead, so, you know, things now have to change.
Make way for Homo Superior.
Hello, I'm David Bowie. Make way for Homo Superior. Baby. David Bowie. Yeah, when I did play Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm, I did keep going Bowie every time I dodged someone's move.
There.
Bowie, Bowie, Bowie. Why don't you try picking on somebody who's not David Bowie, pussy ass?
Let's see what these rooms look like.
Indeed. Now let's use these bloody cards and finish this so we can get onto a Kingdom Hearts game we actually want to play. You'll probably need the whole Marvel Ultimate Alliance thing later on after this. There's no significant meaning. I just think David. I just like.
Yeah, that's what he said.
I know, and I can actually appreciate that.
Yeah. He said he tries to make other people laugh with Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge, but with Naruto
Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge is made
Bridge...
to make other people laugh, and of course Naruto Bridge is made to make him laugh. Well, he's depressed sometimes, and you know, living with someone who is also depressed and being depressed sometimes myself, I understand. Sometimes you just sometimes have to do some things, regardless of how silly it seems to other people, just to make yourself smile. That's kind of why I do a lot of the things I do around Liz. She thinks it's bizarre and weird. I think the one that I've got the biggest reaction of is when I said I was going to steal a cow and then dress it up as dress it up as a horse. Or steal a horse and dress it up as a cow. And when Liz said that's stupid, I said, You're just victimizing it because you can't accept that it sexually identifies as a horse, and you can't accept that. You're a bigot.
Okay, 6.
I drank some refreshments and I checked your friend's privilege. Did you draw dicks on my friend's face? I may have. Drawing dicks on people's faces is a very first world problem. I miss him when he was Lord. I am Lord, 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 Lord. And of course when he became Steamy Nix.
Yeah, no, Steamy Ray Vaughan.
Yeah. I gotta be honest, under control. I think we should give him some clout for the fact that he actually is able to fart, to fart in such rhythm.
Yeah.
This is it.
No, that's Stevie Ray Vaughan. Stevie Ray Vaughan just shits his britches. Oh, it's that PC thing. It's that PC thing again. How long did it last the last time? Last time it was about 7 years.
Donald! Aladdin! Power! Heal! Fire! Freeze!
And yeah, you know, again, the PC thing is a fad, like gluten-free diets and seatbelts. I am, of course, kidding. It's a line from from Wrestling with Regret when they were doing the Build 'em Up debate.
Really?
Oh, this bullying thing, this anti-bullying thing is just a fad, like gluten-free diets and seatbelts. I don't care if his methods were draconian or cruel or other words I don't know the meaning of.
Power! Yeah! Freeze!
Oh, fuck it. Right, I need to
Oh, shit.
cure.
Courage!
Robert Smith, Robert Smith.
Freeze!
Oh, an ether card.
Some ether.
Ether weight.
The ether. The New Haven nuisance.
Side note, takedown, reversal. Yes, we all know the plot of Aladdin.
Yeah, didn't we have to do this already?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. He's going to marry Jasmine and live in this really, really, really small world. Things to ruin a moment. Giant, really creepy looking monster turns up. Oh my god, I'm unfamiliar with this STD. Wow, and you've got them all. Okay, wow, Ollie, you really need a healing.
Yeah, but I don't think I can do that outside of battle.
No, I think you need one of those momentary routine.
Oh, one of these.
Yeah, because then you get like the save point thing.
Yeah, I got a trophy.
Someone's just put up a thing on one of my Twitter accounts going, if Jews control the media, then fucking explain to me why a Jewish girl like me can't get famous off of eating food and crying.
Yeah.
I didn't. Okay, I'll give it credit for that. That was actually pretty fun.
Well, people have got famous for less.
Look at the Cardassians. And granted, I still think it was bad when someone actually commented on their thing I think there was some picture of Kim Kardashian with a piece of chocolate cake and going, should I should I eat this or not? And someone responded with, well, you're famous for pretty much sticking brown things in you anyway.
Uh,
So what's one more?
Courage.
Buckle up, buckaroo.
that's Caitlyn Jenner.
Bruce Jenner.
Yeah, freeze.
No, come on, let's not go there.
Yes, we all agree that Caitlyn Jenner is a brave and beautiful woman who's very, very strong. Is as elegant as a butterfly's wings against the wind.
I didn't say that.
So, I know, that's just something PC Principal said.
I don't think Caitlyn Jenner is a hero.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I didn't like Bruce Jenner. I don't think I like Caitlyn Jenner.
I didn't. Well, that's the thing. I didn't care for them as a person when they were a man. I don't really care for them now that they're a woman. Your gender does not stop you from being an asshole or whatever you were beforehand. You all want equality until the bad things start to happen. Look, I'm just setting fire to you the same way I'd set fire to anyone else who called me a fat pig. If anything, I'm an equal rights arsonist. Hell, I'm even measuring out the gasoline the same.
Oh, for God's sake.
You confused by the map.
Well, there isn't really a map.
I know, it's, a poorly constructed...
Like, it's barely a compass.
Thing. Yes, I know. It's terrible.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
We're not even half an hour in. How are we
I
not
know.
even half an hour in?
Ollie, I don't think I've ever met a man who wished for his time to be over as fast. Apart from that guy who had a nail through his foot.
Freeze.
Ollie, if you so wish for your demise, I'm more than willing to accommodate.
Courage. Heal. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you leveled up at least.
Yeah.
Courage.
Huzzah! 3 on a red card. Oh, fuck it, there's a fuck. $30 on a green. And
What did I tell you about saying motherfucker, motherfucker?
where the fuck do you think gonna get motherfucker from?
That's cause I am a motherfucker, motherfucker. I fucked your mama, and you wouldn't be here if I didn't fuck your mama, motherfucker. Like they're just a giant hands. Easy as motherfucking 1, 2, motherfucking 3. Oh, god damn it.
Jafar summoned Lajin, the mystical genie of the lamp.
Fuck, it's using Meteor.
Ah. This is more annoying than difficult.
I know, it's tedious as fuck. This is what happens when we have a card game.
Just what the fuck am I supposed to do about that?
Laser vision.
Alright, let's
Okay, Ollie,
try
let's
this
just chalk this up to experience.
Got him.
Nice.
Without ever having to reload my cards.
Wow.
I think I may have overtrained it there.
In a game like this, where your main aim is to just get the fuck out of this.
Yep. And I've sent Jafar to the Shadow Realm and imprisoned his soul in a card for all eternity. Mwahaha. None of this bit was voiced.
Cheaply made crap. Yeah, Genie just looks like he's having a seizure.
Huh.
Nom nom nom, hi, hi, hi.
Huh. Phenomenal cosmic power. Itty bitty little face.
Unlimited power.
The genie card.
If we have a car, or if we have two cars on a card, Does that make it a
Yeah.
race card?
Perhaps. He's going for his race car. White guy defense force.
Complete with a guy with a big fedora.
And he had 2 fingers on it at all times.
We know how your kind despises facts.
Huh. I'm just too short of having the genie in my deck. I'll get rid of this. Well. Oh, Dumbo as well.
My sister can't watch Dumbo. It's actually kind of sad.
Really?
She cries at it.
Oh, right.
You know, she has her personal reasons for it. Don't worry, she has Roots to laugh at, apparently. Yes, I know it's not a funny thing.
Right.
It's not a movie to laugh at, but she still laughs at things anyway.
I don't think I need the blizzard attack. I never hit anything with it.
Sad, but unfortunately that's true. You hit it less than a blind baseball player, who's also deaf. And he's in a kitchen.
Huh. Wait a minute, I think I went the wrong way.
Yes. Yes, you are. Oh yeah, I saw Adam Blompier's YouTube video.
Ah.
I don't know how to feel about him with a shaved head. But at the same time, I understand his whole, why he's not staying on. Why he's going away from YouTube for a bit.
Yeah.
I can honestly understand it and think, yeah, it's probably best for him.
Alrighty then.
Because from the sound of things, it sounds like he's had these problems since school. So,
I bet you want was actually.
Too clever. I'm Larxene. So, are you enjoying your stay at the castle? I bet it's nice to peel away all the worthless memories and awaken the true memories. That lie deep in your heart.
True memories.
Although,
Oh,
it
for
seems
God's
that
sake,
you're
are they
still
still
forgetting
going
the
back
most
and forward
important
on
thing
that?
here. When that poor girl hears that you've forgotten her name, why, it'll break her heart.
oh god, she caused me a
Poor
lot of
girl.
problems in a boss fight.
Do you know her? Is she here?
Yes. You see, the bad guys are holding her captive, somewhere deep inside the castle. And you obviously are the hero, so you have to go save her. Although...
Ah!
I'm a bad guy, so you have to go through me.
Sora! What's that? Is that thing mine?
What a shame! You've been wearing it all this time and forgot? No, that's not possible. The memory has to be engraved somewhere deep inside your heart.
She's
Sora,
lying to
you
you.
think carefully
She's
now.
lying.
What, oh what could it be?
Most of
And
this game
who
is
gave it to
literally
you?
them lying to you and you buying into it because your memories are foggy.
Meh.
Sora, you're getting it now. Release the memory from within your heart.
Namine.
Well, it's about time. That's right, Namine. Yes, she's the one that gave you that tacky little good luck charm. Not that you even bothered to remember. No surprise, seeing as you also couldn't remember her name. Talk about heartless, I can't believe you. It'd serve you right if I decided to smash this piece of junk.
Let it go! Nominate
Your
gave
bad
me this.
acting isn't
It's
helpful.
very important to me.
Oh, it's important to you. Ten seconds ago, you didn't even know what it was.
Bitch, you stealing my thunder shit. Ollie, kick her ass. How dare she sully the blonde thunder people.
Lightning! Lightning!
You disrespect Thor, you disrespect me, you fucking bitch.
King of mythical beasts.
Lightning!
Yeah, careful,
Oh.
she's quite...
Lightning!
Yeah, she's quite a pain in the ass because of how fast she is.
Well, Cloud's attacks actually do a lot of damage.
Lightning!
Ollie, just be careful. She caused me a lot of trouble in the past.
I feel so bad.
Top magician. Top magic attack.
You see, I kept losing because I wasn't stocking cards. That helps a lot.
Lightning! Lightning!
Oh, bugger.
Lightning! Lightning!
Oh yeah, then there's that.
Zantetsuken.
It's Zantetskin.
Lazim, the mystical genie. And it's whatever I say it is.
No escape! Break you!
Oh.
I feel so bad. Lightning! You have no heart.
Oh, bugger. This isn't good. Just... Oh, that's even less good.
I did warn you.
You're just a toy.
Ah, gotcha.
Told you, bitch disrespects those of lightning. Practitioners of lightning.
Thunder. I think it's time to... Well, actually, should I raise his HP or learn a new technique? Sonic Blade. I'll take that one.
I don't know.
You're not as bad as I thought. You really are a hero. A heartless hero.
Who asked you?
Oh, does it hurt because it's the truth? You are just a baby. And if you're gonna be a baby, then here you go. I created another card from your memories, you know. Be a good boy and say thanks. Ta-ta.
Wait, Larxene! Where are you? Don't you dare hide from me! Show yourself!
Sora, calm down. She's not coming back.
Sora?
I hate this. Why'd I need someone like that to bring back Naminé's memory?
Now that I've found my mic, can you invite me? You alright with that, Sam?
Yeah, definitely. Come on, bring in the jack.
Alright. Am I?
Whew. Throwing that battle wore me out.
Really?
Hello?
It looked to me like you just
Hey, Jack.
Hello.
lost.
How
Early
dare you?
this fine
You don't
evening,
appreciate the nuances of...
And I'm
or afternoon, or whatever you want to call it. Feels like evening. You've been playing this game for I don't know how long now.
It's about 54 minutes.
How could you be humbled by someone of such limited...
I know, it hasn't even been an hour yet, and the game already feels like we've been playing it for 6 years.
Yeah.
How can we help you?
You know-
Vexen.
It's not
I
very
look
often we see
depressed
you
all of the
I
time.
came to lend
It
you a
probably
hand.
is years
You
by
obviously
by
believe
Sora's
that Sora
standards in
has
this
much
game.
potential.
If you think
He
about
does
it.
have a growth spurt by the second game.
Yes.
I think an experiment would show if he really is of any value to us.
Well, here
No,
we
she
go
says
again.
that
It's
you
just an
have to
excuse.
save her. Why do
So
you have
can
to
carry out
do
your little
anything?
experiments, that's all.
They're
I'm a
basically 90% of this entire game is literally them lying to him and making up fake memories for
Whatever.
him.
You can do what you want.
How does one get
But
off
you know,
doing that to
I
a
think testing
child?
Sora
I don't
He's a
know
boy!
why they
testing your valet.
because apparently, and this is a
He's the
ridiculous
product of
plan,
pure
they want
research.
Sora
What
to
he
be the
actually
13th
is a toy.
Xehanort. So they're going
You
through the
should
most
just learn to be
convoluted,
quiet.
stupid way of fucking around with him,
Since you came
just so
all this
eventually
way,
that they can trick him
you're
into
gonna need
something
this.
very, very
a humble
obscure,
gift to my elder.
weaken him,
I hope you use
and
it to
then
put on a
use his
very
body
good
to
show
become a
for
vessel
us.
for Xehanort's soul.
I know the plan. I'm just wondering how they get off on doing this to children.
I don't think they care. They're an evil organization. I think the first rule of being,
We
you
don't have
know,
time. They've got
an evil
Naminé. We
an
gotta
evil
rescue
organization is that you have to piss your morals away.
Well, all I'm saying
So you wish to take a loan out from the evil bank? Oh, absolutely. Okay. Look at this kitten and tell him he's not going to college. What? I'll give you the loan if you tell this kitten he's not going to college.
Well, all I'm saying.
We would be pretty upset about
Well, all I'm saying
Now-
is that even Nabu benefited from a more experienced spellcaster to wear the helmet of Dr. Fate. Why
Excellent.
children?
Now stab this child through the heart with this massive, massive jagged sword. I think this is a bit much. No, it's perfectly fine.
Seems like he's upset. I'm a little behind at the moment, watching it on.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh, God.
What? Oh, you've got more worlds.
Atlantica and 100 Acre Wood among them.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
100 Acre Wood should be easy. Let's get through that one.
Yeah, let's get through 100 Acre Wood. I wonder if they put any Heartless in the 100 Acre Wood. If so, this will be the first time you can go there and there's actually enemies.
Hmm.
No bother.
I'm going to do something important. With any luck, you'll have finished it by the time I got back.
You know that's not going to happen.
Even if I make that a threat.
Ollie, look, Jack, it doesn't matter how many times you threaten. It's just not going to happen. This game is like intentionally dragging out its playtime just to piss him off. And this is just the first playthrough you have to do to get the full story. The second part is done a little bit faster, and it's not as tedious, and it's done by Riku.
We'll see.
Take that, rabbit.
No bother.
I'm gonna wreck your shit.
Well, to be fair, Winnie the Pooh is the biggest asshole in this entire series.
Yep.
Bar none. Look, think about what a selfish dick he is.
No, I know.
Yeah, I know. I've got into the rant about what a big pain in the ass I think he is.
Yep. Oh. Ha! He's dead.
Ah, if only Winnie the Pooh was dead.
Yes, if only indeed.
I don't care about Vinny the shit.
What would happen if Dr. Zoidberg met Winnie the Pooh? We'd probably hear, "Who's the tough guy now, Vinny?"
Try and deny my freedom, will you? Well, we'll do to you what we did to the squish people of the Squash Planet. Squash them!
So, now Zoidberg is big, huh? That's more like it. Who's intimidating who now, big city? Hello, Mr. Chase Manhattan Bank. Deny my credit card application, will you?
I still sometimes think of Richard Nixon whenever I see a Charleston Chew.
Hello.
Yes, I do see a lot of Charleston Chews around.
Today's voters are as drunk and stupid as ever. The only one who's changed
is me. I've become bitter.
And let's face it, crazy over the years. I want to elect into office, I'll sell our children's organs to zoos for meat, and I'll go into people's houses at night and wreck up the place.
Have you seen the GI Zap video? When
No.
Richard Nixon makes his own TV show and he starts editing it. Bastards! It's okay when I say it.
Oh
Oh,
no,
that
he's
tick-
sleeping.
Ready, aim, negotiate.
Nixon with charisma? My god, I could rule the universe!
Hacha. Box cutter. That sounds a little racist. Let's call her Brat. Ah, that tickles.
Why were you
Tell
just
my
launched
wife.
into the air by a well?
Tell my wife I'll be home for dinner.
So,
Look,
Ollie,
I
when did you
landed
get...
next to this conveniently placed explosion. In Disneyland. Boom! Hi, Tinkerbell.
So, Ollie, when did you get Ganesha Elephantus?
I don't know.
I think he just picked him up randomly after beating an enemy. Because I don't think there is actually a world for Dumbo.
Dumbo tends to come along in certain places. He seems to just appear. I mean,
It's odd that we get him and we don't get the racist crows.
one thing that always puzzled me about the second game: at what point did Sora befriend Chicken Little?
I don't know. It seems a little odd to me too, if I'm being brutally honest.
So in what universe can you fall from that height and not die?
This one
Apparently.
Beat you to it, Sam.
I think we both said it at the same time.
No, we didn't. I think
Yes,
I
we
was
did.
slots at a few seconds ahead of you.
I think you were maybe a millisecond.
Possibly, but still ahead of you.
Regardless, the point still stands.
We
That
both
apparently this
agree.
universe is the universe where we fall and don't die because the floor is made out of candy. And not rock candy, I mean fucking marshmallows.
Or maybe gravity just doesn't work properly.
Oh
Then
wait,
it's a cartoon.
the water is breathable?
No, in cartoons, gravity just makes you fall and hurt yourself, not necessarily die. Just ask
Unless
Wile E.
it's
Coyote.
Gravity Falls. Ah, Eeyore. Depressed little donkey.
The only person who's slightly more depressed than me. And only because he is designed that way.
Hmm.
He didn't earn his depression. He has no real reason to be annoyed, to be
Yeah,
sad
honestly,
about
he's not. I mean, he's not even on Krona levels of depressing.
Does anything really bad happen to Eeyore?
I still say Krona's the most depressing character I've ever seen. He just makes no effort to be happy. And then when he's asked to write poetry, it makes everybody, regardless of how happy they are, want to kill themselves.
Ah, I have the Bambi card.
Why would you want a Bambi card?
Or, I don't know, Gazelle.
Riku,
Bambi, we've got something to tell you. It's about
what
your
are
mother.
you doing here?
She's dead!
Not happy to see me? Let me know if I'm getting in the way.
Gone forever,
You
just
know,
like your
something that's more
dog.
important.
Huh? I didn't mean that.
Spare the excuses. I bet that you had all but forgotten about me.
Are you crazy? Come on, I came all this way looking for you.
But you're not anymore, right? Now it's only...
He
Now
hasn't
maybe
forgotten
you're
you, he knows your name, you stupid idiot!
You don't care about
Look,
me.
again, this
Just like
game
you
is
never
poorly
cared.
written, again, because it's a Game Boy
At all.
Advance game
About her
ported.
feelings.
Nominees?
But, again, it's not even Riku. That should be
I
obvious at
knew
this
it.
point. It's not Riku.
Never even
Sam,
gave it
I'm
a
just
thought, did
dramatically
you?
picking out faults, and I do
Just
know
'cause
it's not
you
the real
wanna see
Riku. I
Nami.
watched the
Thank God,
game.
thank God. I know you're not, because I
Doesn't
know
go
you're not
both
that.
ways.
I know you're not dense.
Tell you the truth.
You're nowhere near that
Naminé
dense.
doesn't even want to look at
No.
your face.
Why not?
You
I
should
don't
ask your
mind admitting
memories.
that I have my fair share of
Why
intellectual
Naminé disappeared
faults,
from the
but I
islands.
am, as you say,
Remember
not that dense.
And you'd know.
Did I do something? Is it my fault?
Yep.
Riku,
Well, them's the breaks.
Go home, Sora.
For
I'll
too
care
long,
for
he will
Naminé.
actually believe it was his fault in time,
Anyone
given the
who
amount
goes
of
near her
memories.
Goes through me!
What's wrong with you? We're supposed to be friends.
Please, Sora. Since when have you ever cared about me? Naminé's not the only one who's sick of looking at you. So am I!
Riku, stop it!
When have you ever cared about me? You only spent one game looking for me. You haven't spent 6.
How many Kingdom Hearts games have there been?
Oh god, please don't do this to me, Ollie. Please don't.
Too late, I think.
Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2, Birth by Sleep 2.0, Dream Drop Dissidents, 300 Days Recoded, that mobile browser game that's only just become a thing over here. We're close to about 8 or 9, there's probably more.
Lajin, the mystical genie of the month.
Well, you're not calling him Buster Blader.
Big shield guard dog.
Row House.
Ah,
So Ollie,
Benicia Elephantis. Works surprisingly well. Simba, the king of non-mythical beasts.
it's only non-mythical because we can see the fucker.
And also because they're not...
Zantaxkin. Stun Impact.
I'm a few seconds behind.
Sonic Blade.
Possibly more. I think you're about to die. It's just
Duck
an assumption.
Magician. In attack mode.
He chases you right behind you. I almost got the impression, so I was going, "Don't hit me! Don't hit me! Don't hit me!"
Don't hit me, I bruise easily. Like watching God wrestle Jesse the Body Ventura. Bell rings. Don't hit me, Jesse! I bruise easily!
Riku, we're practically identical twins! I have no practical identical twin.
how do you kind of know my name? I have approximate knowledge of many things.
Quick, we need 2 more of us and we can do that Beatles picture. I will need a crosswalk. Donald, Goofy, clone yourselves and lie on the floor. Oh, bother. Bambi.
What are you supposed to do with Bambi anyway?
I don't know, in the first game, when you summoned him, he basically made orbs appear that healed you and, gave you more gave you back some magic.
Maybe you could try doing that in this game. I know that would work.
Maybe. But this game has a habit of enemies doing card break.
Yes.
Buster Blader.
Okay, that worked. Okay, he really did do some damage. Nice. Shut up, you fuzzbag.
And you're not nearly dead!
Tick tock, time's up.
Is it just my imagination, or is he destroying the monsters you summon just before they can attack? What has he got, a Sakuratsu armor or something?
He's definitely got something.
Buster Blader. Oh, I've almost got him. Lajin,
Yeah,
Wow,
Cloud
stop
definitely
checking
does a
your
lot of damage.
hairstyles! Do more strikes!
Ah, Simba finished him off.
Someone had to, I guess.
This is more like a Yu-Gi-Oh game than a Kingdom Hearts game.
That's what we ascertained in the very beginning of this, you know?
Arrow.
Isn't that why we've been coming up with Yu-Gi-Oh names for certain characters?
Yes, this is true. Boost his hit points.
Yes, I would recommend that.
Oh, Riku, please wait.
No.
I mean, I remember playing Batman Arkham Asylum, the first Arkham game, and I reached a conclusion that if I didn't boost my armor at least once, I'd never get past Poison Ivy.
Twinkle, twinkle, little bat.
Riku,
Watch
where are
me
you?
kill your favorite cat.
Sora, are you okay?
Don't worry
I find
about
it
me.
amusing on how Goofy and Donald are standing at both sides of the door before you start this cutscene, and Sora just goes in running after Riku. It's almost like they're standing there saying, "Hi Sora, could you do me?"
Almost like Ansem was back.
We're
patrolling
just
Riku
guards.
again.
We're just guards. But the real truth is that they couldn't
we
afford
got
to
rid
put
of Ansem
animations
for
of us
good.
following you. Costs too much money, don't you know?
What is wrong with Riku?
Hold on! The kid,
Almost like Ansem was back and controlling Riku again.
he might be in danger. Sora?
I know.
Mickey Mouse in danger.
You're thinking Riku isn't your friend. But that's just not true.
You sure?
Well, I know he said some awful things to you back there. But you gotta
I wonder if they added Mickey Mouse into the
We
death battle
are
between
in Castle
Virgil and
Oblivion.
Sephiroth. I wonder who would win that.
My folks lose their memory here a little bit at a time.
I mean, the Mickey Mouse from this game,
Riku's
obviously, the
probably just
Keyblade
forgotten
version.
That the two of you were such close friends.
Well,
that's all.
If
So he
2.5
just
taught,
forgot?
2.8 taught
I
taught
guess
me
it's
anything, it's that
so.
Mickey isn't as tough
But
as they
Sora,
make him out to
instead
be.
of being sad, we have to figure
Oh,
out a
so
way
he's
to help
not a
Riku get
rodent
his memory
Yoda.
back.
He's
If we all
he's
work
strong. Don't get me
together,
wrong. He's
why
strong,
Yoda.
but
get you through this.
he's
No need to moan.
you know, he's powerful and probably a bit more
Jiminy's
disciplined
right.
than
You
say,
shouldn't
well,
push
a
your
lot more
friends
disciplined than
away.
say Sora is, and Riku's probably catching up to him very quickly. But it took the combined might of him and Aqua to fight off a bunch of regular Heartless at one point,
Do you remember
and
how
she
one
had to
of
make a
us
split
promised?
decision to save him rather than actually go, to make sure he could actually do his job rather than, escape from the door of darkness at the end of the first game
Forget to keep smiling.
because he couldn't hack it.
You're right.
So by some accounts, I'd say Aqua's more powerful, is much more skilled than King Mickey is.
Yeah.
And by that argument, Xehanort is a lot stronger than Mickey, as are probably Terra and Ventus.
They did a preview video for Sephiroth last Wednesday. They're
I
doing
did see that
Virgil.
one with the shampoo and stuff, but those videos tend to leave a bit of information out,
Well, yes,
and then they
'cause
do
it's just
then
a
they do the
preview.
full one. But yeah,
I did like the Terminator's preview video.
Right, we got
Boomstick
decides to try
Atlantica,
out-
Neverland, or Hollow Bastion.
Boomstick
Hello,
decides to try out the
bastards.
minigame.
Ollie, I'm gonna regret this. Atlantica, get it out of the fucking way.
Yes, actually. I don't know how many times I saw that boss fight with... Oh, I don't even want to say her name. I'm just gonna call her the Kraken.
Oh, you poor unfortunate soul.
Yes. Yes, the pun was not noted. Was
Hey
not
Ollie,
in-
you know what they should put back into Kingdom Hearts? What Disney film they should put in this?
What?
Song of the South. Okay, Ollie, I'm gonna have to go for a minute. I'm just going out to get some out the back to get some coal in.
Okay.
I know I said I wanted to get this over with, but Liz has just said we need it before it gets dark. So I'll be right back while you don't have fish legs.
Okay.
Yet another aquatic mission.
Now
Oh,
that
that's
Sam's
marvellous.
gone, let's make fun of him behind his back.
You mean like we always do?
I knew it!
You're so gullible, Ollie.
Eddie. What a show that was.
Oh yes. To actually decide what my favourite episode was, did you watch the Big Picture Show?
The Big Picture Show?
Yeah, the Ed, and Eddie movie.
I don't think I did, you know.
Oh, it's the one where we actually met Eddie's brother.
Ah, I don't think I did see that one.
Do you actually turn into a mermaid in this game? Well, that's Simon who goes back.
I don't think you do.
You seem to have land to stand on.
Well, this makes no sense.
All the more reason to get it out the way, so double your efforts, please. Why is an elephant flying underwater?
Why is it spraying water underwater? That's what I was talking about when I said, well, this makes no sense.
Oh, I was say I was a few seconds behind you.
Adopted the natural state.
Ollie, I want you to open every door in this land, even if you have to break the keyblade smashing them open.
A couple of weeks ago now, the kids had a big surprise. They turned on the Cartoon Network and couldn't believe their eyes. The animals they gained all strung off their adopted their natural states. What grand, wasn't it great? Some of our friends met quite sticky ends on restaurant plates. Mickey Mouse felt his vertebrae snap with his head caught in a trap, eating a cheese and full of disease in his natural state.
You always did have a good singing voice, Ollie.
Thank you. Oh, also, I'm doing stand-up on Tuesday.
Hey?
I'm doing stand-up on Tuesday, first time in a while.
Well, that's good. That DVD you wanted, I'm afraid I couldn't get it. Turns out it hasn't been ordered yet. I'll be getting it after January. I'll have to figure out a way of getting it to you then. I might even have to mail it to you.
Atlanta guy's defenseless! Bugs Bunny spent his very last day in Laboratoire Garnier, feeling a bit cross, testing out lip gloss in his natural state. How has it only been an hour 20?
It just has. That's the way life is today.
Alright, time to find the next door.
I wonder if you could have done this faster if you had Jack Sparrow's compass.
What is it you want most? To be done with this crap! Need a 5. Ah, I learned an ability. Ah,
Oh, nice for you.
Simba's... Ah, if I combine Simba with 2 attack cards, it's more powerful now. I'll remember that.
Excellent, excellent.
I was just looking for treasure.
Is that some kind of metaphor for a search that can't be described?
No, just looking for treasure. Restaurant, please. Need a level 5 card or higher. Ah, fuck it, this one will do.
Vegas. Sorry, my cat jumped up. You know what you want, do you? No.
I can't take it anymore. I just want to die.
We all wanna die! I sometimes think of sending Ollie something Mr. Meeseeks based because I'm pretty sure it's an analogy for how he feels about most of his life.
I'm sure is about mine.
Because I just think it is with like uni, with everything with uni and this and everything else. I'm just waiting for this 1 minute when Ollie just cannot take anymore and just has like a self-inflicted heart attack just to get out of something.
Yes, I've been secretly plotting his demise that way, Sam.
Well, not secretly, but, you know...
Yeah, it's not really a secret now that you've pretty much announced it.
Oh, don't worry, I have my ways of making things happen so that when people least expect.
I'll make it look like it's suicide.
Oh yes, I can have lightning. $30. Alright. And I got the wrong key. Damn. Right, I've got to find the next one first. But at least I've already used up the cards to otherwise open it. Screw you.
Screw. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Or hate everything like me.
Yeah, that works too. You don't have the money, do you, Homer? No. And you thought you could fix everything by stabbing your problems away? Mm-hmm. Get him.
It's a beautiful day to kick your ass. What do I know?
I love how they had the Teletubbies shooting lasers at him.
Elmo knows money.
Give me all your money.
Never. I've got one of those reward keys. I might actually find the...
Maybe you won't. Why has the screen just gone black?
Ah. Well, it was a dark room.
What does a dark room have to do with Atlantis?
Basically, the cards he puts up affects the next room he goes into, basically. So, there are some cards that actually do good things, and some that do bad things. So, like, his blue ones will just be, like, a neutral thing, his green ones will be good. And the red cards will just give him bad stuff.
Treasure! Ah, Quake, Gravity, Simba, and any other magic card.
Oliver, the executive producer.
Does the word executive producer ring a bell? Executive producer? We'll talk.
We'll talk. Mel Gibson.
And Daily
This
Who
is worse than
concert.
Godfather 3. Hey, let's not say things we can't take back. Okay, I'm sorry.
Wait, this is the wrong...
Yes.
Flintstones.
Can we get a table? Yes. Why are you talking like that? I had a stroke.
Somewhat a bit inconsiderate to people who actually have, I guess.
I know. It was cut out of several of the actual versions. You know, like the DVDs and stuff. Well, the TV version. Like how they cut out when the episode of U2 was it. They had that episode of U2, they cut out the parts where Mr. Burns called U2 wankers.
Yes.
Oh. Yes. Well, the TV version just had him just going ow again.
Well, wankers isn't considered a swear word in America.
I know it isn't, but still. Can I come? No. Wankers.
That just raises further questions.
I think you'll agree, Ollie, that this particular game is full of questions. Full of something, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back off. Yeah. This is it. Back off. Thunder. Power. Yeah. Courage.
What kind of sick country would kick a kid with a boot?
Mr. Simpson Shush. Booting is a cherished a cherished Australian tradition. It's on their flag.
I have actually was tempted to ask my wife's Australian relative if they actually do kick people with a boot as a form of corporal punishment. You know, she's looking at me like, no.
Courage.
Yeah, I do know what I know what a kangaroo court is. Keep in mind it was the basis of one of Ian's jokes for having a kid in a racism. This can't be a kangaroo court, Dimitri. Good, I hate the fuckers. Bouncing bastards.
Ah, Peter, didn't they
Petey.
say wanker in
They
a
say
kid's
wanker on a
show?
kid's show in America. Kick Bishop Brennan off the arse.
That now just reminds me of that awkward WWE promo where Sheamus was trying to explain Father Ted to John Cena.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
It almost certainly was. It was WWE.
Yeah, they don't really understand these things very much. Like, do you remember the basketball thing when Vince McMahon kind of made racist remarks at Shelton Benjamin to his face?
You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
I don't know if you realise this, Shelton, but you're black. Yeah? And we all know that black men are attracted to white, blonde Canadian women with broken noses. It's a woman in a towel. Yeah? Oh god, just thinking of the implications, the media, the racism. Racism? Well, Shelton, I don't know if you realise this, but you're black.
Yeah. Well, he, didn't he call Booker T the N-word to his face?
He did it. No, he did. Basically, the way that went is he basically saw John Cena, and because John Cena was just he was for the WWE. He was going through his first WWE Championship reign, but he was still, you know, as far as the business understood, he was still doing the white rapper gimmick.
Yeah.
And he called him the N-word, as in my N-word, in front of Booker T and Sharmell. Keep in mind, he also went up to Sabu and said, "Look, it's the Taliban."
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
What is the realization? I know it's not really a thing to think Vince is racist in some capacity.
Why not?
It's just not
because
weird to think
everyone already
he's
knows he is.
Yeah, everyone knows that Vince is racist in some capacity.
It's not news at this point.
It's kind of like how Vince Russo was basically racist towards British people.
And he basically admitted
said,
that.
Yeah, he admitted it. He said that basically British people can't be world champions because people like them aren't meant to be world champions. Based solely on the fact that solely on the fact that they were English.
You still under the sea?
Yeah.
Yes.
Boy.
Oh, bugger, it's the wrong door.
The wrong door.
That was a
There we
funny
go,
show.
you ninja bastards.
No. Ah, bugger it.
You know what movie I haven't seen in a while? Bad Taste.
What? Oh, good lord.
Peter Jackson may only be remembered for, you know, his work involving Lord of the Rings, but let's remember where he began.
Yeah. Or let's not.
What have you got against Brain Dead?
No,
Or
nothing.
Dead Alive if you're American?
I'm wrong.
Hey, come on, Bad Taste was hilarious. Even you laughed at him.
Yeah. Peter Jackson's old films were often really silly.
I'm a Derek,
Ah,
and
yes.
Derek's don't run.
I'm a Derek.
No, I just love how he outwitted that one alien. He hadn't got time to put the ammo in, so he just aims the gun and starts making sounds, and the alien starts reacting to being shot, even though no bullets are coming out. And of course, the guy the main alien leader, when they blow up half the ship with a rocket launcher, he just looks at it, wankers.
I prefer the Watch movie.
And of course, well, the Brain Dead movie with the priest beating up the zombies.
Yes.
Damn it,
Oh,
the devil
kick
walks
ass for the
among us.
Lord.
Oh, kick ass for the Lord. That's Father Ted going completely ape.
This calls for divine intervention.
Then he gets bitten anyway and then becomes a zombie and then starts trying to have zombie babies with a zombie nurse. And it actually happens.
I thought he was impaled.
Yeah, but he came back as a zombie anyway. He got bitten and then he got impaled and he tried to do a flying kick and somehow the zombie reversed him. He got impaled on a tombstone. Or a spire on a tombstone. I think once he got bitten and turned, because apparently the turning doesn't take long for some reason. It's just a thing that happens in these things from what I understand.
Ariel, put the trident down.
Put the giant fork down.
I think the funniest moment I've seen involving a trident was probably on Justice League when Aquaman takes the trident back from Orm. Orm's hanging on for dear life.
So, you know my favourite part of the Avengers was when Aquaman punched that dolphin.
Aquaman wasn't in the Avengers. Aquaman is DC.
Yes. I wondered what you were talking about then, Sam.
Hark, there's people who need our help. Quick, Avengers, that way. Go home, Aquaman.
Come on, guys! We can use whales! Whales!
Yeah, power!
Whales!
Courage!
Yes, Aquaman was considerably more serious than Justice League.
Oh, you saw it. Did you end up seeing Justice League, Jack?
No, I was referring to the TV series, not the film.
Justice League is probably the film is probably not as bad as you're expecting.
I'm not gonna expect anything. I'm probably gonna find myself watching it for the wrong reasons if I watch it at all. At this point, I don't know. As far as I know, I'm going into town tomorrow, but I think it's just for Christmas shopping. I don't think Mom's gonna want to watch a film. You know, in one distance, that card looks a lot like Grimm from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Why don't they finish Hector Concani's story?
Was he not as popular or something? Because I liked him.
Yeah. He also had a decent video game on the Cartoon Network website.
Yeah. This is it.
At least I thought it was decent.
Yeah. Thunder. Yeah. Power.
We actually were allowed to fire a nuke.
Ariel.
Now I finally have the key to that damn door.
Hooray!
Boss fight.
Yeah, this boss fight. Just out of curiosity, at this particular depth under the ocean, wouldn't it be impossible for you to walk or even stand up?
It's an illusion.
It's a dream sequence. You know, it's a fake memory, so, you know.
Flounder has been in league with Ursula all along? I knew it!
I knew you can't trust a guppy.
My favourite part was the teddy bear scene. Oh wait, wrong Avengers.
Ariel, did you just trade the trident for Flounder?
I wouldn't trade a cookie for Flounder.
I wouldn't trade sushi for Flounder.
I might. Perhaps. I mean, we don't know. Maybe Flounder is delicious.
I wouldn't trade air from my lungs for Flounder.
I think we get the point that none of us would do anything for Flounder because he's not worth a damn.
Air from my lungs.
Courage!
Not ready for this.
This boss battle is nowhere near as interesting as the Terror from Beyond from Star Wars Old Republic. At least the Terror from Beyond's fat-assy.
Now an enemy of the Republic.
This won't be pretty.
Did she just lean in so that you could attack?
Apparently.
People aren't learning from Kang and Kodos here. Kang, why do we have to show our weak point after every 4 bursts? You're right, why do we have to show our weak point at all? Screw fighting one family, let's just destroy the whole city. They can't stop us from doing that.
I believe I'll vote for a third party. Go ahead, throw your vote away. Ah. Oh great, Mormons. Actually, we're quantum Presbyterians.
Oh my god, aliens, don't eat me! I have a wife and kids! Damn!
I have 3 kids and no money.
Why can't I have no kids and 3 money? Did you just aim Dumbo at nothing, Ollie?
It doesn't matter, I'm allowed to win.
I'll have to take your word for it on that one.
Well, I just won, so...
It came to my notice a while back that Ursula is the exact same character model they used in Tom and Jerry the movie.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, actually, I'd say the villain from Tom and Jerry the movie is Ursula, only she's human. And when the police bring her niece home. I won't go back! Oh, gotcha, you little darling! Goes and aggressively grabs hold of her whilst the police are still present. Gotcha, you little darling!
Oh yeah, Sam, I believe you had a Star Wars question for Jack earlier.
Ask away.
Which one?
You know, the one about Obi-Wan.
Yeah. Why did Obi-Wan keep his Jedi clothing after the whole, or after that whole Order 66 thing?
Do you have a theory?
Why would he keep wearing it, especially when the Jedi are being hunted and everything? him go out in public while wearing it, because he obviously is completely familiar with Mos Eisley and the Cantina, so it's enough to know how much it works.
I don't think he'd ever did go out in public. After all, as Ben Kenobi, he was
I told you to
described as a
go
strange hermit.
Not until I rescued you
Even
and
so,
Naminé.
not enough time had passed for
I don't
people to
remember
forget what the
ever
Jedi
asking
wore,
you to
because his
rescue
outfit was
me.
very, very distinct.
Did you
You
forget?
say that, but by the time Ben
Kyrie's
Kenobi
there,
resurfaced
waiting
on
for
the
us
Death
both to
Star,
come
Moff
home.
Tarkin said surely
You're
he
the
must
one
be
who
dead
forgot.
by now.
I told
I
That
you
may
think
be,
they have-
that may be, but keep in mind he
he
only heard that. The only
Take
reason he was
care
even
of
aware of his
Kyrie.
presence was because Vader sensed him.
Of course, Vader hadn't censored in
Give it
years,
up.
so a part of me thinks that Vader thought
I'm
Kenobi
not
was dead
going
for a
back
long
to the
time as
islands.
well.
For
Well,
anything.
granted that
It's not just for
that
Kyrie.
Tatooine
What
was not
about
in
the rest?
imperial
You can
space.
have those losers.
It was kind of out of
Already
their
forgot 'em.
jurisdiction, so granted they
That's
wouldn't be
enough.
searching there, even though technically speaking, Tatooine would have been the first place he
What
would have
about
gone
you,
if he,
Sora?
if he was aware of his
Do
kids
you
or anything.
actually
But
remember what they all
there we
look
go.
like?
Of course I remember.
One of the things which I do, one of my favourite bits of Darth Vader dialogue is when he learns that Princess
feel
Leia
bad.
is his daughter,
That's
and the
what
way
this
he
castle
says,
does to you.
Obi-Wan was
After a while.
wise to hide her from me. I
I've
mean, I
seen
can
the
sense it-
I've seen the parody version where he senses it and he's like,
Good.
"Wait, Leia's
You
my
forget
daughter in the
all
middle of the fight with
useless
Luke
stuff
on the
and
Death Star."
remember for the first time
And like,
what
you can't
really
trick me,
matters.
Vader, Father. No, hold on a
remembered
second.
it, Sora.
Seriously,
I now
Yeah,
know the
Leia
one thing
is
that
my
most
daughter. Hold
important
on,
to me.
I need time to fucking digest this. And he just
Protecting
leaves, and then
Naminé.
he goes in a gift shop and goes,
Nothing else
"What are you
matters.
looking for, sir?"
Not a thing.
"I'm looking for an apology card from my daughter." What kind?" "Well, I'm not finding the theme I need." "Well, what do you need to apologize for?" "Well, I kind of blew up her planet." "Ah, that's very specific." And he finds one with a funny cartoon. He's like, this actually does it for me.
When Vader realised it, I could sense the disdain in his voice.
I think
On
I'll
top
jog
of
your memory.
everything else Kenobi had done from him, he had a daughter that he didn't even
Go
know
ahead,
about.
try.
Well, to be fair, a lot of Vader's problem is, a lot of Vader's problems come down to him just getting angry over everything. The whole Padme thing, the whole him being in a suit that doesn't allow him to sleep and causes him immense pain all the time.
I still remember that comic book where Vader was constantly being tormented by hallucinations of Padme, and then when the last one was finished, he was so irate that he didn't even take time to put his mask on. He just went out there, found the first hostile, and punched him to death, going, "Where is my wife?"
Yeah, it does not take much to make him angry, apparently. He does not need that much. I mean, in the new comics, he even in one of his own comics thing, he even considered turning back to the light side at one point.
As to why Kenobi kept the robes, I think they're surprisingly appropriate for Tatooine weather.
I guess.
Especially if you're living in seclusion. I do not believe Kenobi went to Mos Eisley for any reason.
Well, he seemed
So
to
what
know
we
enough
needed-
about it, although you could argue that he knew enough from when he first went there when he found Anakin.
You need a heal, Ollie. Too late.
I only have the one healing card.
Did you have another question for me?
I'm trying to think if I had any others.
I should point out though that my information's probably outdated, seeing as though
It's
I believe in
possible. I mean,
legend
don't get me
and
wrong. I absolutely love the new thing where Vader almost turns back to the light side, and you see the vision that actually almost changes his mind.
in the new canon, there probably isn't even a Quinlan Voss. Now that's a loss.
Well, the new comic basically has him kill someone and is sent to the planet where he basically lost his arms and legs.
You mean Mustafar?
Basically, and there's apparently, according to Darth Sidious, there is a Sith temple there that's very in touch with the dark side, and then tells him to go and bleed the crystal on the lightsaber to turn the Jedi weapon into a Sith weapon. He goes and does it, but the bleeding process is very, 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 very tough to do, apparently. And as he's doing it, he then starts to freak out and then thinks about everything he's done, and then it's like, oh no, what have I done? And then you see like a vision of him instead of bleeding the thing, healing it instead and keeping it as the lightsaber it was, like forging his own lightsaber with the crystal to make it a Jedi weapon. Goes to meet the Emperor, in which he uses the Force to crush the heads of 2 of the royal guards. The Emperor just looks up laughing and then attacks him. But Vader defeats him in one-on-one combat with no problem, apparently. Then he goes to Tatooine and somehow finds Obi-Wan. Then as Obi-Wan's about to pull out his lightsaber, Vader drops his lightsaber and pulls off his helmet and starts apologizing for everything he's done. To which then Obi-Wan then says Anakin while crying, and then he just screams Anakin. Anakin! No! And then he just like goes completely nuts, and then turns it into a Sith weapon. What have I done, sweet Jesus? What have I done? Basically, yeah, that is basically how he is. But for just a minute, he suddenly considered going back to the light side. Even though by that point he'd done too much damage.
I think the comic book where Luke Skywalker got lost in the desert and ran into Anakin Skywalker as a child is probably more entertaining.
Probably.
The thing is, I don't know how that hallucination worked.
Have you seen that fan theory that says that Mace Windu is basically that Snoke guy from the new Star Wars movies?
You mean Snoke? Yes, I've heard the rumours. Don't like them. Again, Mace Windu can't be still alive. If they bring him back to life, then they're wrong. If Mace
of course
Windu
they're wrong,
back...
but apparently some people are claiming now that I was telling Ollie before he came on. Some people are now claiming that Rogue One is one of the worst things they've done with the Star Wars franchise. I don't think it's that far.
What do Star Wars fans who are prepared to rant and rave actually know? Remember that one who said about his childhood? How did it go again? What did he say about his childhood?
Probably that it was ruined. Possibly by Jar Jar Binks,
Oh, come on. Look, I was even talking to Liz yesterday and saying, look, I get Jar Jar is annoying, but that's as far as it goes. He's not the thing that ruined Star Wars. He wasn't that influential. Maybe going a bit too far.
Whatever it is, I remember thinking about the number of Star Wars fans who ranted and raved on social media, using some truly offensive words.
Oh yeah, because they're so impatient.
No film franchise could actually be as terrible as they made it sound. It's just a film.
Look, I get that a lot of people did not like the Phantom Menace. I can understand that.
Pete says George Lucas is the thing that ruined Star Wars.
Yeah, I liked Rogue One. I get that Yeah, I get that it's basically it's basically adding new information to something and making what was basically a very small comment in one movie into its own thing, basically.
Pete, I know a lot of people don't like George Lucas, and maybe they, for whatever good reason, they think they have for disliking George Lucas. We've forgotten that if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have Star Wars or Indiana Jones. I really wish people would just show some...
That doesn't mean he can do no wrong.
Of course not. No human can do no wrong, but we can't just keep dissing him. He's done good things.
It's okay to diss him for the things when he's made a genuine mistake or he's genuinely done something stupid.
Yeah, whatever it was only a film franchise, so it couldn't be that terrible. Really not worth, certainly not worth ranting and raving over.
Yeah.
I really can't stand nerds who go into a rage. There are so many worse things happening.
Indeed.
I mean, I looked on the news, I think it was Wednesday, might have been Thursday, and I saw the number of children who are homeless right now. 130,000 during the Christmas period. That's just detestable.
It is. That's Tory Britain for you. I mean, hell, up here we have a charity specifically for homeless children.
Yeah.
Ah, got out of the way.
Well, when you think about that a film that's got this that you just don't agree with doesn't exactly seem so bad, does it?
Look, I know in the grand scheme of things that at the end of the day, moaning over a movie is, you could consider it a luxury, really. When there's so much more going on, but
health or cards? Health or cards? Health still.
I mean, I will respect George Lucas because the good things that he's done, namely bring out Indiana Jones and the Star Wars films in the first place, has brought me a great deal of joy and has probably saved me from so much depression I couldn't really say.
You can fight me all you want, but I still won't remember a
look,
thing.
the Star Wars franchise is a big part of my life, and honestly, when I was a kid, escapes were a very important thing for my life. That's why I still play the video games and enjoy the little distractions I have, because growing up it was literally all I had to get away from everything that was going on.
You forgot that too? You
And
never
in the
cared.
end,
It never mattered to you.
I know.
Do any of these criticizers actually know how they could have done it better?
Honestly, I do get the argument that some people use. Well, yeah, it's a moot point. I understand where they're coming from. If they don't enjoy it, so they think they can, they think they have all the answers, but they can't really. Sometimes they can't appreciate how difficult it is to do that very thing. Though sometimes it's not. Sometimes, as Ollie said, it's a moot point. Like when Triple H just did that whole thing. He just did an interview recently praising Roman Reigns and saying anyone who criticizes Roman Reigns basically has no idea how the business works and are in no position to criticize anyway because they're only fans.
No, when I said it was a moot point, I don't need to be a chef to tell you something tastes lousy.
But don't waste your time.
Well, yeah, Ollie, that's what I'm getting to. It's like when Triple H says that you don't know what makes a good wrestler. Roman Reigns may work hard as hell. I know what. I know. I'm not taking anything away from him. I'm sure Roman Reigns works hard, but unfortunately, what he is and everything is not what people want. And unfortunately, the wrestling business works in a whole. You've got to, know what's no pun intended, what's best for business and what's right, and trying to build your ultimate good guy as from someone who the fans completely reject.
I mean, Rico and I have argued about.
And in some cases,
if they hadn't shoved him down our throats so hard so soon,
that's the problem. Roman isn't. Roman isn't the problem with Roman. I mean, granted, yes, he is partly responsible for everything bad that happens to him, from his bad promos to some, but again, he's literally only doing direction.
If we're gonna start talking about, if we're talking about WWE now, I think I'm just gonna go start dinner. Be right back.
Fair enough.
Feel free to talk about it as much as you wish.
I
It
shall.
seems our memories are fading mighty fast.
Honestly, anything. I'm sure it's anything
We
to get
gotta
away from
hurry.
this as well.
I bet Riku will come around if you just talk to him.
Well, we've hit the 2-hour mark, so.
We three were never apart.
Hmm.
Me and Riku.
So you want to call it here and then come back later for Marvel Ultimate Alliance?
Yeah, that'd be. That
Yeah,
would
I'll
be...
check.
Although,
I'll check on-
as per usual, I will first make the next world so that I can grind if I need to. Right, we got Neverland, Hollow Bastion.
Let's get Neverland out of the way, because Hollow Bastion feels like a last level thing.
Just like when people say CGI is lazy. I know.
But the argument with wrestling has always been, we have to watch it, so if we're not enjoying it, then, you know, we're kind of entitled to say that we don't like that particular person.
Yeah.
I don't need to have actually got in a wrestling ring or anything to understand what I don't like in it. Happy Rusev.
Oh, we got Glide. This should hopefully make things a little more bearable.
Let's hope. Oh, Neverland.
Edge.
Back off! Take this! Thunder! Courage! Power! You got it!
Oh, the Monster Hunter World Beta is available.
Really?
Yeah, the beta demos are.
What, on the PlayStation Store?
Yeah. Yeah.
Could we multiplayer that?
I have absolutely no clue. We'd have to look into it.
Fuck you, you're omniscient. You already know. It was the 10 years of rape.
Nailed it like the fucking Romans. I knew this was coming already, and yet I'm still not looking forward to it.
Oh, bugger.
Yeah, goofy!
Loyal!
Gotcha.
Thunder! Courage! Power! You have it! Donald! Courage! Heal! Heal! Yeah!
Premium room?
Promotion? What for? Watch where you're going, nincompoops. That's the parts for my raccoon cannon.
Roulette room.
This makes perfect sense. I see no flaw in this plan. Smell the ocean. Oh yes, that's good. Very good.
It's loot boxes!
Uh,
Annoying though.
I'm sad now.
I don't keep any attack cards at a value lower than 7 in my deck. And if I'm not going to put them in my deck, then it's pointless having them.
in the trash with them. Go on into the Thames, you slag.
Get in there with the zinger burgers. €500. You won't see penny one from me, you slag.
And then I lifted my massive thumb and brought it down upon him.
Oh, my own beast and creation, killing me dead. Well, that was a long time ago, and in hindsight, he could have just been shitting himself. See, Sam, it's bloody loot boxes.
Ollie, do not start this, Ollie. Do not start the loot box thing.
It would be if this game came out today.
I know. Look, I hate the loot box system. I really do. I do think I agree with Jim. I don't think that microtransactions and loot boxes belong in $60 games, unless they're willing to give us the games for free. You see, if they gave us the games for free, and then you paid it, then effectively you're just paying you're paying for the experience of the game, with every little bit of microtransaction you make with it, effectively. But, I know that most people won't do that, but it's better than having to pay a full 50 quid in our country for a brand new game and then have to pay more and more money.
Well, it's offered 60 now.
Well, yeah, but the thing is that if you go to places like Game, the games are actually only like 50 quid.
No, even there.
Well, PS3 and Xbox One games... Well, PS4 and Xbox One games are always like 49 quid, usually at the maximum.
Well, I wonder if they weren't always revolutionising game consoles, do you think they would have been able to apply the science to other areas?
Maybe.
What do you mean?
There was a time when people would think that we'd have cars like the Jetsons long before now.
I'm not liking where this is going. I've seen enough of Clerks 2 to know where this is going.
Bet you don't.
I know. But look, I agree that... I agree.
Thought we'd have hoverboards in 2005.
Well, Back to the Future thought we'd have a lot of things, and, well, that didn't happen.
Yes.
And Transformers, let's not get into the old 80s stuff. I still find it funny that one movie they didn't take it the creators did not take it seriously enough, and then wondered why people were upset when Optimus Prime was dead.
I rather liked his death scene.
I admit that. Well, the problem was that it was
done so quickly. No, they were upset in a way that was good. Like, in the way that you're supposed to be upset when a character dies.
Yeah, because, that's the thing. The company themselves didn't see Optimus Prime, Jazz, Bumblebee, or anything else as anything more than a product. They didn't see them as a character. So when kids actually did like Optimus Prime, apparently the voice actor himself explained why he played Prime the way he did. His brother apparently said, do not try and play the character as some kind of tough guy leader thing, or some massive action hero. That's all Hollywood is. Be something better than that. So he made Prime the way he did, and from what I understand, they had to change. They had to bring Optimus Prime back because kids were locking themselves in bathrooms and things and getting really, really upset. And some people were even pulling their children out of the cinemas because it was upsetting them. Plus, Eric Idle as Wreck-Gar. Come on.
Could be worse.
Wreck-Gar was the one who kept talking in TV lingo.
Yeah, I know the one you mean.
I mean, for Ollie's sake. I mean, in the TV series he didn't return, but they still had him do references, like when they brought Optimus Prime's corpse back and told him, Wreck-Gar, to put him on the bed, and he's like, "Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a forklift."
Stop, thief. No welcome wagon or healthy coffee flavour for you. Offer expires while you wait. Operators are standing by.
Wreck-Gar, can you fix him? He's dead, Jim.
Hey, I'm a pepper. Want to be a pepper too?
Yeah. Anyway,
and of course, Galvatron.
We passed the 2-hour mark a while ago, so I'm about ready to call it a stream here. We might see you later for Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah, for Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Let's get.
Alright. And we'll see you guys later. See you next time.